Is it full screen now?
Yes, you can start with the presentation.
Okay. So, Namaskar. Good afternoon. My name is Seema Sutradhar. I am the founder, CEO of Seam Fintech and Sustainability Consulting Private Limited, headquartered in Mumbai with a possible counterpart in Dubai. So today I'm going to present its RegTech product, Compliance by Design, CBD for corporate and investment banks. So we all know that systemically important banks that are global have multiple lines of businesses. They must comply with various regulatory requirements and often which keep changing. To address this complex regulatory and business landscape, they have various initiatives with overlapping scopes and built-in redundancy. And businesses cannot progress with the needed agility and harness opportunities optimally. So to solve this problem, we have created RegTech application CBD, Compliance by Design, for corporate and investment banks. It solves their challenges in complying with regulations by design across processes spanning through business, risk, compliance, finance, advisory, audit, etc., and is instrumental across lending, borrowing, and assets. The unique digital transformation approach further shifts the culture of the bank, makes the bank clean, robust, inclusive, purposeful, and sustainable for long term. So in this presentation, I'm going to talk about the uniqueness of this product and the digital transformation approach adopted in the development and deployment of this product at the end to appreciate the context. So, innovation first. As I said, CBD enables compliance by design and it is not an afterthought. It is seamlessly integrated in business processes that cut across business, risk, compliance, finance, advisory, audit, etc., and embeds compliance into them. It makes them effective, seamless, and instrumental in lending, borrowing, and assets. That's the number one innovation here. It solves the bank's challenges in data silo. The application gives very high quality of integrated data useful in business decision making. Innovation 3, which is in the product and technology, the application quantifies credit and compliance risk accurately and discreetly that can be easily rolled up to any levels in the bank, leading to its balance sheet. It will create a bank wide MIS and gives a better view of capital adequacy. It radically transforms how securitization happens in products and in various products. CBD will bring efficiency, accuracy, and cost effectiveness in corporate and non corporate bond issuance with the sustainable variations too. So, how it is done? It uses very high quality of AI models for holistic credit rating and underwriting that address inclusion, bias, fraud, and has variations with and without ESG. They are developed through a unique methodology that gives extremely high levels of accuracy and are highly compliant with AI Manav framework or FEET principles. Innovation 4, again product and technology. CPD helps in real time monitoring of money laundering and various financial crimes, helps the bank to act in time in conjunction with external bodies to contain the damage. It uses again high quality of AI models for transaction anomaly monitoring and users risk classification, collecting data from various sources including social media, tax filing, GST returns, other financial data, various lifestyle digital footprints, etc. And finally, the one culture shift, organizational transformation, innovation. Since the application has a vast scope, variety, and number of users across the bank in different geographies, it covers business, risk, compliance, finance, advisory, audit, etc. An application of this magnitude cannot be deployed top down. Thus, it uses a unique approach to digital transformation, both for development and deployment. In this approach, the bank discovers their purpose. Beyond just making a profit, it is a higher purpose. When people see their connection to this higher purpose, they find their aspirations to contribute towards it from their roles and responsibilities, and they take initiatives to solve problems using digital. This leads to a DIY approach to a part of the design, development, and deployment. It removes the resistance from the transformation, which becomes a key factor in the success of the project. This further leads to culture shift in the organization. People become more entrepreneurial, outward looking, and the culture shifts away from command and control. It is a culture of high performance, intent, and alignment. So these are the innovations. Let's now talk about market potential. As I said, CBD solves challenges in complying with regulations which are embedded in the business processes. Hence, CBD can be extended beyond BFSI. Its market size then would go to hundreds of billions of to a trillion US dollar globally. Within BFSI, the unique AI models of CBD for holistic credit risk rating and underwriting could be extended to credit guarantees with sustainable variations, and the combined market size could again be few hundred billions USD globally. More use cases can be executed, for the models could be easily extended to other insurance products. And then finally, the development and deployment of CBD on the foundations of our unique transformation methodology, centered on their purpose, shifts the culture and makes it more entrepreneurial and away from command and control. This could be a deliverable too. And again, the market size would be something into hundreds of billions US dollars globally. So let's talk about social impact. Not meeting compliance in any business, let alone by financial institutions, means huge negative impact. And we are able to address this. Second, its reusable features around holistic credit rating and underwriting can be offered standalone for lenders and guarantors. It will help in addressing inclusion, MSME credit gap, contain financial crime, etc. These are all, in a way, social impact. And finally, the purpose focused impacts across all SDGs, climate and social being a part of them, can be integrated in credit rating and underwriting.
Miss Seema, just
Yes,
the prompt, you have 2 minutes left.
thus enabling these impacts indirectly through capital. They are used by both lenders and guarantors. This will also help mobilize private capital, leveraging grants, guarantees, concessional finance, etc. So, so to conclude, I would summarize that the RegTech application CBD is an innovative product, and its approach for development and deployment is again an innovation in digital transformation with extremely high levels of success rate, additionally shifting culture as part of the process. So, about the company, I will just quickly summarize what we are doing here. Seam FinTech and Sustainability Consulting, as I said, is headquartered in Mumbai with a possible counterpart in Dubai. We help entities discover their purpose to capitalize on the new paradigm of doing good in mainstream businesses and the new culture. It is helping FIs and corporates transform through digital, AI, tech adoption, business model, sustainable finance, innovation and scale ups for purpose focused direct indirect impacts, culture shift, etc., and helping them access or deploy capital across lending, borrowing, and assets, covering loans, bonds, equities, indices, funds, etc., with their sustainable variations and leveraging grants, guarantees, concessional finance, etc., mobilizing private capital. It will further help disclose SEAM STP, including purpose discovery and universal ESG metrics with comparable sustainability performance. And all of this is helping entities become sustainable for the long term. Thus, helps FIs address issues of inclusion, MSME credit gap, stability, money laundering, various financial crimes, etc., and further helps corporates and FIs address the challenges of 2030 SDGs and 1.5 degrees climate pathway.
Miss
So, see,
Seema,
yes,
our time is up. Thank you. Very well presented. We'll
all,
move on to question and answer round.
sure.
Jurors, we are open to question.
Simaji, is it a product that you have developed because you have told so many things? Even BFSI is still struggling to cope up with what is advances in artificial intelligence. So, is this a product or is this just talk?
The design, the blueprint, or the AI
Designing
model.
a blueprint and implementing, there is a lot of difference. So, what my very specific questions: do you have a product which does this everything?
This product is available already, but unfortunately, I would not be able to.
So can you just take one product, just take one product and explain me. You talked about compliance, finance, risk, advisory, transaction anomaly, get data from social. So can you just tell me how one product can do this everything and how that product will look like?
It's a product which is cutting across all so many different departments. And as I said, a product like
So
this cannot
is it
be.
ERP? Is it a ERP kind of solution? Because when you are talking, how it is even pulling the data, you are saying product by design. Suppose I'm a bank like State Bank of India, how I will use your product in my, for my all advisory, risk management, compliance.
It is one product which will be web enabled, and you will all your users can be. Yes, it is type of an
How?
product.
Tell me how.
It
How
is.
I will deploy.
That's what even the development and deployment of the product is a
No, no,
different.
it's already developed, na? You already developed it. So it's
Yes,
just a deployment, right?
not really. There is not every bank is the same. There is a
No, no, no. Simaji, what I'm saying, ki if I'm a CEO of a bank, and I want to deploy your solution or product, how I will go ahead?
our approach is slightly different. We deploy the base of this product, which we call
What is that base? It is on what platform it is developed? What is the backend? What is the LLM models it uses? How it works?
uh, LLM models will not come into picture for the base. The base is creating the foundation on which all your departments are going to. It's like a
But the
decision.
foundation, what is a foundation?
It is it's a ERP product that needs to be developed.
Do
That
you think banks use ERP product? What are the banks use typically? Are they use ERP? Do they use ERP products or something
I said
else?
it is a type of ERP product. It is not ERP that because banks. Tell me, banks, how do they know? How do they create a bank-wide MIS?
Okay.
Has anyone
Have you heard
created
about? No, no. Just hold on, hold on.
bank-wide
Have you heard
MIS
about CBS? Hold on. Have you heard about CBS?
core banking system?
Is a solution or system? Okay. What are the products normally banks use in CBS?
The core banking, as far as I know, I my knowledge
What
is,
are the no, but you are so confident. You are saying compliance, advisory. It's not that easy job, right?
and that's why
Banks are struggling.
this
No, but you
product.
should know. That's what I'm saying. Which is a popular product in BFSI space. Like banks use for core banking solutions.
I don't think anybody has created a bank-wide MIS. I'm the only one even thought of it, and this has been developed and
Thinking
implemented.
is different, na? Simaji, you are not even telling me what is the platform on which it works. What is the back end? What is the middle layer? What is the front end? How it actually does. For example, if I say how it detects the transaction anomaly, what is the technique you are using?
Transaction anomaly for that, I definitely it's an AI model that will be
So,
used
but
on
you
top
said you
of.
are not using AI. You are not using AI. You said
Not for the base, not for the base. The base gives you the data. Only after you have a data that you can vouch for, you can
So
build
which AI model? Okay, let's be very specific. Which AI model you will use for anomaly detection? Which specific technique? I'm an AI researcher. So what is the specific technique?
anomaly detection itself is a type of AI model. Anomaly AI models are the type of the models that you will be using.
So is it based on the neural networks? It's based on what? What is the
Machine
underlying
learning,
technology?
machine learning,
Which
purely.
machine learning? Which machine learning?
What do you mean by which machine learning?
See, there are classification, clustering, associate. There are so many techniques in machine learning, right? Machine learning is a very broader category. I'm
Yes.
talking about very specific ML model.
Okay. Okay. We will be using two, clustering and then predict anomaly, the trend.
And what is the data on which it will work?
That's what we are going to source it from various uh,
It's
points.
not easy, but I'm only saying that you have to just work on even a single use case. A lot of complexity in BFS high school. So that's from my side. Or to others.
So you said it will work on many things, as Professor Rajendra also was saying, but I couldn't gauge the impact on sustainability, how it will help reduce 1.5 target that you have mentioned on the last slide. That's question number one. I couldn't fathom what it has to do with sustainability and SDG goals. Second question is, you said possibly a counterpart in Dubai. That means what? What is the structure of your company? Are you a startup registered here in India? Possibly with Dubai means what? Third is, you provided four innovations.
Right.
Innovation 1 was innovation 2, innovation 3, innovation 4. To me, I couldn't get, maybe I'm wrong, but I concur here with Rajendra sir. What exactly the product does, or it is a subjective description of the utopian product that my product will do all these things.
Okay.
If you could explain me these three things, I'm done.
Let me try. First of all, the company is registered as a private limited here in Mumbai. The product development for CBD is not done here, it is done abroad. And I am trying to collaborate with that party to become part of SEAM. Answers your question, one of the questions. Your other two questions were around
So
helping.
you are taking the product from that company and you are trying to deploy it in here in BFSI sector.
It cannot be deployed. As I said, this is an innovation in the digital transformation. The base is something that we will develop, but on top of the base, the entire application needs to be collaboratively developed in a DIY manner. Means the business users, on all the users across these departments, will take part and automate their processes and the data on this platform. That is how you break down or address the issue of data silo, and that gives you a very high quality.
Data silo is not an innovation, right? It's an enterprise level problem. We have a very hybrid kind of application structure, and data silo, because application lock the data silo is a age old problem. What is the innovation you are doing it? We have data pipes, we have Kafka like technology, they pull the data from application, we muscle them up, we use AIML techniques that Rajendra sir was talking about, all the algorithms to make sense out of it, detect anomalies, trends and all. What is the, in data silo, what is the innovation that you are talking about? In all those four slides I couldn't get that point. That's just an observation I'm making. I don't know, I may be wrong, but I couldn't gauge the innovation. You were describing industry problem or your innovation. That's my confusion.
I'm giving you an integrated get high quality data as a result of this application deployment. That's the innovation. It's an age-old problem, but it has a solution, and it requires a different approach to digital transformation. That is the category I have applied here. The very reason this category I chose because nobody can guarantee that digital transformations will be successful. Most of the digital transformation fail, and in this approach, not only it succeeds, but also it shifts the culture of the bank. And that culture is of high performance, intent, and alignment. To answer your question on SDG and 1.5 degrees, our AI models of holistic credit risk rating and underwriting will incorporate these ESG data that we are going to show how to collect it. Gets added into this and gives us a rating and underwriting which is holistic, and it deploys capital for these impacts, and it is enabling these impacts indirectly through the capital. Have I answered all questions? I think one more was there. Sorry, could you repeat
No,
that?
that's okay. I got some pointers for my question.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Mr. Rajesh, any question?
I think time's up. So, and I think basic questions, the necessary ones, have already been asked.
Thank you.